some of you might the preview video for this. It was a time-lapse video. I mean really high-speed drawing, in which I was practicing drawing. In the comment section of that video, I got some requests, Australian locations to include in this map. So, and I was grateful for those requests. Thank you so much for requesting. It will be so fun to include them. I think I got 6 requests or something like that. So it will, of course, only be the early requests that can be included. I uploaded that video just 2 days ago. Let's start with the coast as usual. And I'll place the country here. I just center it on the page. Make a rough sketch to start with. Graphite pencil. Really light lines. Here we have Adelaide. It's really start actually, because the proportions of the drawing mess it up, then everything look messed up when you try to repair it. So you have to get it right from the start. This is the southwest corner. Melbourne, Victoria, the east coast, Sydney, Brisbane, peninsula here, Cape York, Darwin, the northern part, Australia. Okay, let's see if we can this contour line. Not quite right here. What about this? I think this island is called the Kangaroo Island. Funny name. And there are 2 lakes here. Lake in Australia, I guess. Lake Eyre. Very interesting lake. And then we have the shape. Okay. I'll go on with some colors now. Start with green color. On the coast. Actually, I think I will keep doing these videos with no talking, because when I practice I prefer to not record the audio too much, and then I can like record whenever I want to. It doesn't hit or anything. Then I'll upload these. If you want to, you can leave comments. If you have a request of a location on the next map I'm drawing, just like we did this time. But actually, I think those videos on another channel from now on, because they're not really ASMR videos, something else. So I think I posted on my Instagram. If you follow me there, I will post it. If you want to see this time-lapse really fast, high-speed videos and some music in the background. And if you want to, if you like subscribe to that YouTube channel, notifications, you can, if you're quick, locations too, that I can add the real map. Nice. nice to have these colors, like two different greens. See if I can add some mountains. We have the Great Dividing Range along here, and Tasmania is also quite mountainous. Here, Lake Erie, we have some mountains as well, north of, and here in the center, where it's located, there are mountain range. There are some mountains. Here. I have another shade of this earth color here. Color to mark out the highest mountain. Really, Australia's the highest mountain. I think the map I have here on the side, it's called Mount Kosklushko. Mount Kosklushko. Actually, a couple of weeks ago I was visiting Australia, and from Sydney, here somewhere, to, so I actually, past this area here, where I guess Mount Kosklushko is located. It was really, you could feel you were like high up in the mountains, of air. The road started to be like a lot of turns. Darling Range, I guess this is called. Let's go on with the green color. This is a very light yellow. I think they blend together quite well. Some more of this green. I think only if you go around the same color, it really starts to blend. And I'll do it. Or maybe I'll wait a bit with that and the water. Ocean. The lake. Go on with the next lighter blue. And this one is called Frost Blue. And now I do the coast again. Some darker, it's a nice way of coast. to do next. I think this color is really nice. Ultramarine. Ultramarine. Yeah, I guess it's time for some rivers. Now when the lakes and the mountains, it's really about time to point out that. So, start with the Murray and Darling rivers here. Actually, they part of the border between here and the south. So this is the Murray River, border between Victoria and New South Wales. We have the Darling River, starting here somewhere. Here I have a quite short river from these mountains, the Gulf of Carpentaria. And I will have to point out this great dividing range to the east coast. Next, can add some rivers here to the west. We have Ash River. From this Hammersley range to the west, we have Fitzroy River from the Kimberley Plateau to the Indian Ocean. And yeah, actually some rivers here in the center as well. These rivers in the center of Queensland, here in the Lake Eyre, not in the ocean. So one of these rivers is called Cooper Creek. And yeah, it's like a river system here, lots of the major Queensland river system, and they flow into the Lake Eyre basin. This is a closed sea. It retains the water, allows no outflow to the external water. I just read that today. I can point out one more thing. It's called Warburton. Yeah, examples. So, yeah, I would like to add some more of this here, like I did on the sketch. If you saw that one. Now, I would like to draw borders between the in Australia. Here we have a straight line. This is a bit dry. Work. The border between Western Australia and Northern Territory and South Australia is completely straight. It looks like that on the map. So next we have the border between South Australia and Victoria in just a straight line. Like this. And here somewhere in the through these mountain ranges we have the border between Australia. What happened with this? It doesn't work like it used to. Just try here. Yeah, no, I think not. You see? And then we have the border between Northern Territory. And guess what? It's a straight line. And straight line. Wales and Queensland. But actually, what? It starts to follow the rivers. It goes like this. And here we have South Wales and Victoria. It follows the Murray River to some point here. And then when there's no river, it's just a straight line. No, I don't need to use this anymore. maybe some cities. The cities I like to point out are the states. We have in South Australia, we have Melbourne, Victoria. Okay, guess I have to use this. Forgot the Australian Capital Territory. And we have Hobart, Tasmania, and we have New South Wales, Brisbane, Queensland. So all these capitals are quite close to this southeastern corner of the country. But then we have Darwin to the very north, and to the very west. Canberra, capital city of Australia, in the Australian Capital Territory. Let's point out some more towns, cities, whatever, in the north. We have Townsville, and north of Brisbane we have the Sunshine Coast, and then the Gold Coast. Actually, this area is very urban and scrolled, so Gold Coast today is in Twin City, so it's like merged together. Northern town of in New South Wales called Tweeds. The Gold Coast and Tweeds Head can be considered as the same city, and it's now one of the biggest cities in Australia. Quite fun because during the summer, like the southern hemisphere summer, like November to March, something, then they use daylight saving time, while Queensland doesn't. So in this, there are two different time zones. So these are now UTC plus UTC plus 11, and the other side of this border, 10 hours. So, city or town that I have been to. I took the train from Newcastle to Sydney, and then train stations along the Cardiff. Some of them, these were called Cardiff, Wyong, Gosford, Point Clare, Coolewong, Woy Woy, Birara, Epping. These names, geographical names in Australia that at least I'm not used to. When it's double the same word repeated. What do we have? We have Derby. We have Perth. We have Albany. I have to point out that I find really interesting. It's Eucla. It's in Western Australia, but really close to the border to South Australia. I read that this are only like 50 people living here, I think, but if you count like an area around it, and they're using their own time zone, so it's the smallest, if you call it smallest, but I mean it's the time zone in the world that fewest people are using. It's only in the middle of it, which no one uses. There are like zero, population of zero there, but this one actually is an unofficial time zone, so they just decided they want to use it. Apparently they do, so I guess the reason is that the time zone UTC, and South Australia uses the time zone UTC plus 9, and since Eucla is on the Western, they were supposed, I guess, to use the UTC plus 8 hour time zone, and maybe they kind of, it's quite far away from Perth. Yeah, they decided to have something in between. So actually, so it's plus UTC plus 8. So it's just in the middle of this time zone here and the time zone here. And since time zone to use like half hours, then the result will be 3/4 from this time zone to Eucla and 3/4 to Eucla. I think it was interesting. there aren't so many big towns in the center of Australia. Almost every. This one is actually not so small. There are about 1,000 people living here. Maybe something like that. I'm not sure. And then this is also the closest town, Uluru. Uluru is located here somewhere among these mountains. The very famous, the rock. This is like red rock in the middle of the desert, or in this among these. I guess it's like a desert. And here we have Pennant Creek, Windham, and let's see what we have more. Yeah, just south of the Twin Street, we have the Byron Bay. I would like to point out Byron Bay, and this is called the Central Coast. Sydney, we have another town with a cool name, Wollongong. Also along this coast, but Traralgon, and here we have, it's almost like Melbourne, we have the Mornington Peninsula, beautiful place that I've actually been visiting. And on the other side of this bay here, we have Geelong. And another town in a little bit further to the north is not sure exactly how to pronounce it, but and just by this we have Augusta town. More to the west we have a small place here called Cowell. We go from Augusta towards here, the Northern Territory, past a small town here, small Cooper Pedy, and don't have much here in the Western Australia. It's a lot of just deserts and Great Victoria Desert. Maybe I should write some names as well. I'll use these 3 colors. Pens are quite nice. I'll use the blue for water, and we have Indian Ocean. Oh, Carpentaria. We have the Arafura Sea. Is it? We have Cape York. And Bass Strait between Victoria and Tasmania. Australian Bight. Great. This shape here, so some maps I've seen that this is called the Indian Ocean, and also this is called the Indian Ocean, but this can be called also the Southern Ocean, I guess. Southern Ocean. And to the very southwest corner of the country, we have the national park with Castor. Castor National Park. That's a French name. I guess it's covered by a French person. And this point here, Leeuwin, Cape Leeuwin. And viewer, this corner is more that here there's like a street thing that the Indian Ocean is this direction, and the Southern Ocean is this direction. It'd be like what divides these two oceans, the dividing point. So that was nice too. And this was the Fitzroy, and this was the Dawson, and the Darling, Marie, and Lake Tarn. And here we have the Cooper, and this one, Warburton River. This is the northern to Western Australia. Queensland. New South Victoria. And that's some of the mountains. Here in the middle we have, in the center we have the McDonnell Range, Musgrave Range. Here to northwest we have the Kimberley Plateau. Here to the west we have Hammersley Range and Darling Range. Hammersley Range, Darling Range. We have the Flinders Range here. And this famous, the Great Dividing Range. Some deserts, perhaps. Victoria Desert. Great Victoria Desert. Simpson Desert. Great Artesian Basin. All these rivers here that I mentioned. Let's write down some of the cities as well. With Darwin. Creek. Let's zoom in a bit. Alice Springs. Uluru. It's not exactly a city, but formation. Eucla. Cowell. Augusta. Geelong. Melbourne. Sydney. Oh, no. I think I spelled it wrong already. Let's pretend I did it. Hobart. Launceston. Newcastle. Byron Bay. Tweed's Head. Sunshine Coast. Bundaberg. Rockhampton. Townsville. Cairns. Derby. Geraldton. Perth. Cape Lewin. D'entre Casto. Entre to Albany. I think that's it for this. Added some really minor here, the Coral Sea archipelago. I think I did that on the sketch map. So I'll do it here as well. I hope you found this video relaxing, and thank you for watching. Sleep well.